What's up, Freight family? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when I upload and post on this channel. Without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So in this video, I basically want to talk about content creation, school, and I also want to talk about YouTube growth, right? So in 2018, I graduated high school, right? And once I graduated high school, I went to the university. Basically, I graduated high school and I spent a year at the university. So in high school, I did a lot of different subjects. Now, I never thought I would be, creating content or doing anything like that simply because I never thought I would have what it takes to actually, you know, get in front of a camera and just start recording on my own because I never knew exactly what I wanted to do when I was in high school and also when I was, going to college. So now that I have a lot of ideas of like different content ideas that I want to do, it's starting to become a custom to my life, right? I'm starting to actually sit down and write out different ideas that I have that I want to share with the Freight family and that I want to share with my community, right? And there are a lot of people out there who want to have a YouTube channel, who want to, start creating content, but they don't really know where to begin, right? And you can take it from me because I never really knew that I would be doing content on YouTube ever. I mean, in high school, I always had an idea of, you know, recording, filming, or presenting. In high school, we did a lot of presentations where we, got in front of the class and we had to basically present, whatever thing we had to present, whether it was solving a problem or finding a solution to a problem, right? So I've always had the, charisma to get in front of, people and speak, but I never really thought I could, turn on the camera and just talk to it and, share with you guys, my life, my lifestyle, and, everything like that. So it's kind of different for me because all you do is just turn on the camera and you press record and you just start talking. So uh, pretty much I just want to share with you, YouTube growth, right? So as a content creator, it's important to grow your community, grow, those people who like tuning in and watching your content, right? And I think the most difficult part about YouTube growth is, you know, building an audience, right? Because it can be difficult to entertain people. If you don't really know how to entertain people and, show people that you're entertaining, whether it's comedy, whether it's, just talking or chatting, whatever it is, it can be difficult. So when it comes to, creating a community and, really building that YouTube growth, you want to focus on analytics, right? You want to focus on your analytics. And a lot of people, you hear from your big YouTubers, be consistent, post every day, live stream every day. Yeah, that's cool and that may work. That may work for some individuals. It's not going to work for everybody, right? So for me, I truly think that in order to grow a community or in order to grow a fan base, you need to be consistent. And when you're first starting off, you want to make sure you have some sort of schedule, right? You want to make sure that you schedule out your YouTube content and make sure that you are keeping your community posted on what you're posting, right? And I don't know what type of niche you may be in, whether it's, trucking like I am, or whether it's just live streaming, gaming. There's so many things out there, cooking, um, reviews, things of that nature. Whatever it is, you want to make sure you have a set schedule for those who are looking for you to post on your channel, right? Because a lot of people say be consistent every day, go live every day, but outside of that, you still have a life that you have to tend to, whether it's your 9 to 5, whether it's, working day to day so that you can actually, pursue what it is you want to do on YouTube, right? So, in order to build an audience, you want to make sure you get yourself into the algorithm. And that can be difficult because you may be listening to, the people that are saying post every day, but YouTube is a form of work, right? And in order for you to turn your work into passion, you want to make sure you're consistent and you want to make sure you have a schedule. So I truly think that, a big part of growing your YouTube channel is definitely a schedule, being consistent, and showing your audience that you are going to be there when you say you're going to be there, right? Because that's the most important part about YouTube growth, right? And like when I was in school, I really never thought that I would, you know, truly invest my time into creating a YouTube channel because I didn't really see the vision. I really didn't see the vision in, content creation. Like, of course, in high school and also in college, I watched tons of videos of different content creators, right? But I really never thought about, taking the time out to say, hey, I want to do this. I want to show people, what I do. And of course, you want to earn income off of, you know, YouTube. Who doesn't want to do that, right? Everybody wants to do that because they see that, the person they inspire to be or admire is doing that same thing. They're questioning themselves like, why can't I do it, right? So, in order for you to do that, you want to make sure you monetize your content. You want to make sure you monetize your content. You want to make sure you're consistent, and you want to make sure you have a set schedule. Like for me, outside of YouTube, I work a job, right? I pretty much work Monday through Sunday. I work 70 hours a week, busting my bubble to, get to where I want to be in life. And also, I'm putting in overtime on YouTube because I know that it can be lucrative, and I'm also investing into something that I want to do because I know that I can't, drive a semi truck for the rest of my life. I'm going to get older and things of that nature, so it's always great to invest in something else other than what you do in your real life, right? And aside from, trucking and what I do in my real life, this is another outlet for me to be a content creator. Now, am I funny? I don't know. Can I make people laugh? I don't know. Can I be entertaining? I really don't know. That's not a bag that I've entered into yet. The bag that I'm entering into is lifestyle, what I do day to day as a truck driver, showing you guys my lifestyle, showing the freight family what it is like to deliver freight, to be a CDL driver, commercial driver. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just thought I'd share this with you. Um, Hopefully it intrigues you, inspires you to, follow whatever it is you truly want to do. Because, like I was telling you, in college, I didn't have the vision of setting up a camera, putting my phone on a tripod, and pressing record. I just really didn't. I went to school to study English, math, and psychology. These are the subjects that I took up in college. And for those who may not know, English, um, I took English Comp 1. If you're not familiar, do your research. And for math, I took Fundamentals Math 1 and Fundamentals Math 2. If you're not familiar, do your homework. And also, I did psychology. If you're not familiar with applied psychology, do your homework. So these are some of the different courses that I took when I graduated high school. Now, I had the option while in high school to take college early, which back then they call it early college, right? They call it early college. Basically, they prep you for college courses. And I didn't really want to do that because I felt like it was going to take away from me, because I did do sports when I was in high school. So I didn't really want to jump off into college early because I wanted to play sports. That's what I wanted to do. So I didn't do that. But I did, get some college credits when I was attending, the university. And as soon as I graduated, I went straight to college and I spent a year there. And then after that, I just said, hey, I'm going to just try to work, you know, and, make money, because I didn't really want to do college anymore, because I seen that college was not in my favor. And, I would definitely go after school and work on, like, the assignments that they gave me and stuff like that. And I seen the vision. I knew that I could pass my classes, but like my learning skill set wasn't the best for some of those courses. But like I said, I did get some credits. But never did I think I would be here right now on camera with the tripod and talking about my past experience and telling you guys, the Freight family, what this channel is about. So I definitely hope you guys tune in, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload and post, and become a part of the Freight family, because I want to share a part of me with you guys. And hopefully you guys support me. There's a lot of people already supporting the community. It's going to be full of people who have aspirations, who are inspired by, the words that I speak. So I just wanted to share this with you because I think it's super important. And like, I just finished, my shift, got in super late, and right now I am fatigued. I'm feeling really fatigued, because as a truck driver you drive almost 11 hours a day, and you're not driving the highway by yourself. You're driving with other drivers as well. So, you have to be aware. You have to be conscious of the road, because there's other people on the road as well. But never did I think I would be here talking to you guys about my experience, content growth, school, and also uh, YouTube YouTube growth, because that's what my channel is about. I definitely want to build my channel up to where I'm able to make a second stream of income, right? Because like I said, I can't be driving I cannot be driving, you know, for the rest of my life. I don't really plan to drive for the rest of my life. You know, this is a job to support me. And I don't have a family right now, and that's okay, you know what I mean? So this is just to support me and to support, what I imagine, my life to be. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. If you are looking into becoming a content creator, what you need to do, you need to set out a schedule so you are giving your community a time frame of when you're going to post, when you're going to go live, you know, when you're going to do your your Q&As, cuz I know you guys may have questions for me, but I'm also doing, you know, different tasks behind the camera that you guys may not see that I want to share with you, so I can also teach you uh, the trucking um, industry so you can learn, because like I said, I'm new to the trucking industry, and that's going to be a separate video too, because I am on my like 6 month out here on the road, uh, and it's going well, it's going great. But besides that, I wanted to share with you guys about, just school, YouTube growth, and also content creation, because I know there's a lot of people out there who want to make content, and whatever content it is, you want to study that content, right? Whether you read about it, write about it, learn about it, however, you want to make sure you study it and learn about it so that you can bring your imagination into reality, right? So that's the whole point of this video, is content creation, making sure you're consistent in posting and making that schedule, right? And I tried to tell you guys when I'm going to post, when I'm going to go live. Um, but sometimes life does happen out here on the road, because, things happen. So, with that being said, I actually hope you guys enjoyed this video. Uh, Thank you, Freight Family, for the support. If you're new to the channel, again, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you, and until next time.